What's going on, guys, and welcome to the channel. This your boy Vinny Signs, and today we have another rig breakdown video on the Zcam E2 S6. I love these types of videos. I love geeking out on other people's rigs and what they're putting on theirs. So if there's anything that you guys love or like and want to add to your rig from this video, I'll put all the links in the description down below, and any purchases that you make through those links, I'll get a certain percentage, so that'd be much appreciated. Hey, and if you guys like this video, please leave a comment or a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That's enough talking for me. Let's go ahead and jump right into this breakdown. Hey, this is the Zcam E2 S6. For time's sake, I didn't want to take off all the accessories. I have some of my accessories laying around here. I didn't want to take them all off. But I'll kind of show you guys what's already on the rig here. Okay, so we have here the Zcam E2 S6 and the small rig Zcam cage around the camera, and then going on in the back here we have the small rig Z-back. So this is the small rig back module that basically covers all of your cords. It's amazing. If I open this thing up, you'll see that there is just piles of cords in there. Probably not safe, but you know how filmmakers do. We just make do. We get through and cover it all up so the client doesn't see it, and it's no big deal. All right, so right here we have the Condor Blue HDMI cable. Nice and coiled Condor Blue HDMI cable that a friend of mine gave me, Caleb Gotro. Shout out to him, amazing guy. He gave me this HDMI cable, and it's cool. It's really short and it's coiled, so it's really durable and reliable. Okay, and then we have. Let me just run through. Man, right here's an amazing piece of gear that I just got and added to the rig here. This Nitze E&D holder. This thing is a beast. So when I'm shooting, I can basically here's the E&D, just slip that bad guy out of there, and I can just put it right into the E&D holder just like that when I'm shooting on the side of the camera. Okay, so it's a really cool piece of gear there. And on the bottom of the Zcam, I have the small rig base plate and it holds 15mm rods. And just on the bottom of that, I have just a regular tripod. It's a Camvate tripod plate. And so basically, like, this thing is ready to go for any types of rods, and I'll add those here in a second that I want to add. And then also has a tripod plate on there, so if I want to just slip that into a tripod, you know, it's ready to go. And then slip it off for handheld shooting. All right, so and here in the back, we have this mini V-mount adapter, and that's just for when I want to put my V-mount onto the back of the camera. All right, so let's go ahead and start building this out. So first things first, let's start with the rosette, small rig rosette handle, and that just goes into the Arri rosette thread here, if I can get it on there. And I like to kind of angle this thing not too crazy. I've seen some filmmakers, like, you know, go crazy here, and I just kind of like a little angle, not too much, not vertical, but not too crazy of an angle either. All right, so right there is good for me, and boom. So we just tighten that guy up, and this guy's already looking pretty cool with the handle. And we're gonna go ahead and add our V-mount. This is the Raytrick BP190 V-mount. Really reliable. This thing lasts, I don't even know. I don't remember the last time I charged it. It lasts for so long. You definitely want to make sure you charge your batteries though. Don't take my advice. Make sure you charge your batteries every night, regardless of if it has a lot of charge left. But this guy's a tank, and it lasts a long time. All right, so we got our V-mount in there, and let's go ahead and add our top handle. So this is the Small Rig Mini Universal top handle. You'll see once I put it on that it's really, really small. I don't have small hands, but I don't have big hands either. So, you know, some of you guys that have those big ogre hands and you need tons of room. I know, you know, some guys don't even have big hands and they just want to, I don't know, maybe I'm just talking out of, they just want to sound tough and they're like, man, I got big hands and, you know, I gotta have big handles, and then I look at their hands and I'm like, man, your hands are pretty small. So this definitely wouldn't work for those types of guys, but there are people that do have big hands, and you do need a bigger top handle. Definitely this wouldn't work for you, but this is really cool. I like the way it looks on my rig, and I like the way it's, by the way, if you don't have a this tool here, if you don't have this guy, this Swiss Army knife in your bag, you're missing out, guys. This thing is a beast, and I use it every single day. It has all the tools you need. So let me just tighten this guy up, and let me get back to talking about hands for a second. Man, like this guy's really small, and not hands. I don't need to talk about hands anymore. I do need to talk about how cool this thing looks on your rig, though. I love the aesthetic of a rig. I don't like. That's just my mindset when I'm building out my rigs. Is the aesthetic? How does it look? Is it pleasing to the eye? You know, stuff like that. And is it functional? Obviously. So you can kind of see how small that handle is. Right there, boom, it's already on there, and it's pretty tiny. So you can kind of see how it looks when I put my hand in. So I can put my hand in there, and it fits like almost my whole hand. It's not even my whole hand in there, but I like it, and it's compact. And from there, guys, let's go ahead and add the monitor. So we're gonna start with the small rig. I have a ton of small rig items, if you guys have not realized that. Small Rig's a great company, and you guys will definitely probably, if you're a filmmaker, you'll find tons of gear on Small Rig. So this is the Small Rig tilt and swivel monitor mount, and this thing's worked for me really well, and it's really cool. You can tilt, just like the name says, you can tilt and swivel this bad boy. And right here I have a cold shoe in the front of the camera. So this was another, I could have put it on the handle, but this was another aesthetic choice for me. I just like the way, like, I wanted the monitor to not be on top of the handle and, like, you know, get too high on the camera. So this kind of like levels it out with the handle. All right, so I got that in there, and let's go ahead and put it on the monitor. So this is the Atomos Ninja V, really reliable monitor here. Can't really say too many bad things about it. It's very, very bright, and it works for me. And, you know, I definitely think it's a must. All right, so we got the monitor going, and you can kind of see how this coiled HDMI cable just cleanly comes through the back of the Zcam. And I have a little Velcro strip here. Velcro strips come in handy as well. I'll put those in the link for sure, so you guys can add those to your kit and make things nice and tidy. And let's go ahead and add our storage. So right here we have the SanDisk 2 terabyte Extreme Pro portable SSD, and you can see in the back I have a Velcro strip here, and you'll see in my rig I have tons of Velcro strips all over the place. I have the Velcro strip here, so you can kind of see how this guy goes on to the side. So anytime I break down my rig, and I'll show you how I break down my rig, I honestly don't break it down at all. I take, when I want to take this drive and edit off of it and use the files that I just shot or recorded with, I take this guy off. I just take off the Velcro from the side here. If you guys can see here on the side of the Zcam, I have some Velcro strips, and that's gonna help keep things nice and tidy. Okay, so this is basically, I just slap this guy underneath. I go under here, and it just slides right in, and it's nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so, and then the SSD connects right into the back of my USB-C connects right into the back of that SSD. So it's really nice and tidy. You can see how everything is just coming together here. Okay, so that's my storage, and let's move on to, let's go and just throw the lens on. Come on, like, what are we waiting for? All right, so we got this big beast, the Xeen 50mm T 1.5. Love this lens a whole bunch. It's got some dreamy images to it. All right, so I'm definitely loving this lens a whole bunch. The Rokinon Xeen T15. Let's go ahead and throw this on the rig so we can balance it out. Looking sharp. Boom. There it is. Looking good already. Okay. All right, and we're almost there. We just basically need to add our rods. This rig is almost ready to go. Oh, let me connect our power here. So basically all my cords that I use are inside the Z-back again. So like I have all the cords running through the Z-back, and I just have the necessary like D-tap. I have a 2-pin LEMO cable inside that's powering the Z-Cam, and that just runs into this D-tap adapter, and it goes into the side of the V-mount. Boom, when I'm ready to shoot, I just plug it in. And then I have a Sony MPF to D-tap adapter. I'll put a link in the description about this cool little, like the way I have my cables inside this Z-back. I didn't want to open it up. It's a pain. But I'll just explain, like inside the Z-back, I have a little D-tap adapter that is like a strip, a D-tap strip, and it has like 4 D-tap plugs in it. And so I was able to put more D-tap plugs inside the Z-back, and then it just kind of cables out, and this guy just plugs right into the monitor here, this Sony MPF adapter, and it plugs in right there. Boom. All right, our Z-Cam has power, and let's throw on the rods. I think they come in handy when you want to put focus wheel, any accessories that like a matte box. These guys come in handy, and honestly guys, they look really cool too. When I have the 12-inch size ones, they're really long, and I like also to use them as a little extra stabilization. I like to hold the rods when I'm shooting, so I'm not holding the lens, and that's going to help with those little micro jitters and whatnot. So I have the rods on there now, and then one more thing, I have a USB here, and this USB, if you guys can see these Velcros here, like I have all my Velcro strips on the side here, and see how it kind of just, that's gonna hold all my cables. Like when I'm done, I just unplug it and slap that bad boy right there. There it is. If I'm done with the monitor, boom, I just slap that guy right there. See how it just sticks on there, nice and easy. Okay, and then I also have a cable ready for my focus wheel. So the cable's right here, basically. I'll show you guys where this cable's at. It's just kind of like coiled up here in the side. And then, so when I do want to add a focus wheel, I just run this cable through the rod, and it came out the other end of the rod, just like that. So you can kind of see that, you can see that cable came out the other end, and you would slide in your focus wheel here and plug it right in. And then if I don't need to use this, I usually keep these rods, I honestly keep these rods on here basically all the time. I keep it on here all the time. I really don't take these rods off. And so what I'll do with this plug is I'll just, basically just stick it in here, and it's ready to go if I ever do need a focus wheel. This is the build out. Hopefully you guys can add something new to your rig as well. I love building out rigs. Again, I love geeking out on new things. So hopefully this video helps some of you guys geek out just a little bit and see maybe something that you want to add to your rig also. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.